guys, Sean and Philip here. We just recently began filming our workouts, so you can see our first one here being our version of shoulders. We're doing just reps of 6 to 8 here on some basic shoulder press, and yeah, I know our facial expressions are a little funny, but that's what happens when you're working hard.
Alright, so as you see here, we decided to speed up the reps during all of our sets just to kind of make the video go by a little faster and not drag on. But this is a shoulder press, just a basic shoulder press with 90 pounds. It's really good exercise just to kind of start your shoulder workout, warm up to it, really round off the shoulders.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how much weight you're using. Even if you're using light weight, you'll still be getting enough muscle contraction to build the shoulder up the right way.
And I mean, as you see here, Sean's grip is a little more narrow with his elbows in. And then once we come back over to my set, my elbows are a little more bowed out. But that's just because of the way my shoulder sits in the socket after having surgery.
Moving along here with the workout, we're going over to seated dumbbell shoulder press. Still going reps of 6 to 8, mainly just going for slow controlled presses.
And I mean, that's one thing that I found with working out the shoulders is that, I mean, you obviously want to increase the weight week to week. But if you're really just focusing on the slow controlled press, getting that full muscle contraction, the shoulders are going to develop just fine.
Usually when we're hitting shoulders, it just consists mainly of isolation exercises. That means when you're just focusing on one specific part of your muscle. Right here, we're just targeting the lateral deltoid. This happens to be the largest part of your shoulder as well.
Alright, so the title of the video is called Road to Cannonball Delts, and that just basically means we're going to be making some video updates every other week. Just showing our shoulder workouts and the progress we're making with that. I just use the term Cannonball Delts because I'm trying to make my deltoids as big as I can get them.
This right here is going to be one of our main series, and we're also going to have a smaller series to go along with it, just kind of showing the target area we're going to be hitting that week. For example, one week we may hit calves every day that week. Next week it'll be abs, just kind of changes depending on what we feel we may need work on.
And I mean, some people might not agree with that. They say, oh, you might be overtraining your calves, your abs. But I mean, being a football player for 4 years, the workouts they had us doing, we'd be hitting that stuff every day. So we're just going to start implementing it into our daily workouts and just letting you guys know.
Now you'll see us hitting some lateral raises here. We're doing 3 sets of 10 to 12, mainly focusing on correct form and bringing the dumbbells parallel to the ground. You'll notice towards the end it becomes a little bit of a struggle, but if you continue to do these the right way, you'll notice results quicker.
And I mean, lateral raises are probably one of the best exercises just to hit the whole shoulder. It mainly focuses on the lateral deltoid, but it works the posterior and anterior as well. Just really getting that nice tie into the bicep.
Yeah, and it may seem as if we're moving a little bit quickly, but really we just don't want the video to drag on. You'll see us here, we're hitting partial lateral raises. We decided to slow it down a little bit for the first set just so you could see what the range of motion is. It's a tough exercise, but you'll notice that we're doing heavier weight, but it really actually helps to sculpt the shoulders.
And I mean, still, it's not that hard on the shoulders, like joint pain wise, because I can do these with ease, but it's still a tough exercise. We're using 35-pound dumbbells here. And I mean, if me or Sean attempted to do a full lateral raise with that, we'd probably hurt ourselves in some way. But these partial lateral raises, this is our first time doing it. And I mean, I really like the exercise. And as we continue to do them, I feel like it's going to help our shoulders develop really nice.
So at this point of the workout, our shoulders are really starting to feel the burn. We're going to go ahead and give our lateral delts a rest right here and focus more on the interior part of the shoulder. You'll notice on these, so we bring the bar up parallel to our chin. That's just so we could focus on a good muscle contraction.
And, the muscle contraction is something that we bring up throughout the video. And, I mean, honestly, when you're working out, it's important to have a good mind and muscle connection. Because if you're not thinking about the muscle you're working out, you're really just going through the motions. So, I mean, if you think about contracting the muscle when you're doing the lift, it'll really help improve your overall strength and just the physical appearance of whatever muscle you're working on.
So right here, we're going to be ending the front delt raises, and we're going to be moving on to the military press. We're going to just be doing reps of 10 to 12 for this. Military press is good for your whole shoulder. Mainly focuses on the rear delt tie-in to your tricep. Just remember when doing these that just like any other lift, it's important to maintain good form and not bring your legs into it, which could potentially lead to like sports hernia or pulled muscle, just something you don't really want.
And bringing your legs into it, I mean, obviously you're going to use your legs when you're squatting or something, but if you're doing a standing shoulder press or like seated shoulder press, you don't want your legs to be fully extended and you're pushing off the ground with your feet.
Alright, just to touch up on kind of what Philip said, when you're extending your legs fully in any lift, it's pretty much a bad idea. You always want to remember just have a slight knee bend in your knees and just tighten up your core as much as you can just to prevent any type of injury.
Alright guys, well that comes to the conclusion of the video now. Finishing up this exercise. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Thanks.
Successful shoulder workout again. Anytime Fitness. If you have any questions, just let us know.